card, subject to change. What episode is this?
11.
11. Oh, you both said it at the same time.
Yeah, that's
Jinx.
because I pay attention to things and I know what episode this is. Welcome to
just show
episode
up.
11 of Card Subject to Change. As you can see it written behind Ray's head. Ray, move. Just scoot to the side. Just Card Subject to Change.
All right.
A weekly recap of everything going on in the wrestling world, good and bad.
Mostly bad.
My name is Mark. There's my name bar.
Mark.
This is Ray.
This is Ray. I may or may not get one this time.
Let's see. 3, 2, 1, and there's Ray. And here's Jude.
Here's Jude.
No name bar.
I should have wrote it down.
Just hold it up on a sheet of
forward the
paper.
memo.
Just put the follow us on Twitter thing down here.
There you go. Jude is Twitter.
I am social media.
Just don't follow him on Snapchat because that shit gets
So
to you
many,
after a while.
so many selfies. Holy crap.
All right. Welcome to Card Subject to Change. You guys want to get right into the news?
I want to get right into that.
Let's get right into the news. Shapow.
Or is it the opposite
You
way?
completely
we were going
forgot.
to be the precious metals. We were going to change our gimmick this week.
You messed it up. You completely messed it up. You dropped the ball.
Botched.
You know what? We're going into episode 11. You really need to step your game up. Oh, we're back. Hi. All right. In the news this week. Hey, Ray and Jude.
Hey.
You guys know Jamie Noble?
Nope. Yes.
Yep.
Do you legit know him?
Well,
No.
I've met him a few times.
Very nice individual.
Nice
Great guy.
Yeah, very, very, very southern.
Wednesday night, after the WWE
Uh-huh.
live event, Jamie Noble went home and was stabbed twice outside of his trailer. Why are you laughing?
I don't know. 'Cause I was expecting something completely like Jamie Noble might buy TNA. This is not what I expected.
It's a sad story until they actually in the news story say from his outside
His own trailer.
park. Like,
Because Jamie Noble did the trailer park gimmick for years.
I didn't know
and-
it was a shoot.
And it was a shoot. He actually lives in a trailer park. I mean, hey, that is a type of home that lots of people like.
I know who it was. That's the other part of the story.
Was it Kevin Sullivan again?
Is that gosh darn idiot?
We wonder what Nitty was up to these days. Apparently, she stabbed Jamie Noble.
Apparently.
You heard it here first, people.
What, her nose?
What?
What, her nose?
That's ridiculous. So,
Her nose is gigantic.
yes,
is
it
what I'm
is.
saying.
So, we're making a lot of jokes,
got
but
it.
None of us are working for WWE. After
exactly,
this.
we're making a lot of jokes, but
None
Jamie
of us
Noble.
are ever going to work for WWE. What the-
Let's be honest. But that's really unfortunate because Jamie Noble is probably one of the nicest guys I've ever met, and he really did deserve to be stabbed twice.
Super nice. No, he really didn't.
It's a work shoot, baby.
Wait a
So was it Mark Henry
Some
all
people
along?
will pop for that.
It was Rikishi. Maybe this is Rikishi's big comeback.
Oh my God.
It's a work shirt.
It's a work shoot.
It's a work shirt.
shoot.
So
All right.
get well soon,
Well,
Jamie
I
Noble.
really feel bad.
I really
I
hope
didn't.
he
I
does.
didn't find. I
You
didn't
got the
find
ball
that he got-
rolling on the hilarity around Jamie Noble getting stabbed. Maybe I shouldn't have surprised you with this news
I
story.
didn't laugh for those. I laughed for the right reasons.
See,
is what
most
I'm
of the
saying.
time, I surprise Ray with news stories just so I get a genuine reaction out of them.
I'm trying to
this
get it out of
time,
the way. I'm just gonna do this.
that backfired on
Goodness.
me. So maybe from now on, I'll fill you in on the news story so you don't
Well,
react wildly
I
inappropriately.
swear, you were like, because you were like, oh, we're gonna probably talk about TNA, and I'm like, all right, here's the TNA thing. Jamie Noble's gonna buy Oh my God! And it just got, it just hit me, man.
Maybe there'll be some sort of settlement
I hope
from
the
this.
wounds. I hope the wounds heal. I hope they don't get infected.
I'm sure they will.
I'm
You should go up there and take care of them just for laughing at them.
No, I don't feel like doing any more wound facts.
Okay, perfect. So Jamie
A
Noble.
nurse got that and was like, oh, that guy. No one else got it.
No one else
got it.
So get well soon, Jamie Noble.
Yes.
In other news, TNA still technically up for sale.
Well, thank God TNA didn't get stabbed.
TNA did not get
No,
stabbed.
I'm pretty
they
sure this
basically
weekend
did.
they're
They've been
getting
stabbed
Yeah.
multiple times. But TNA is still up for sale. There is a lot of this is hearsay because no solid facts have come out of the story. So a lot of the things are stories.
Nothing solid or factual out of TNA.
Nothing is
out of
solid or
there.
factual. It's all speculative.
including
But-
their storylines.
including their storylines. But supposedly, the WWE is interested in purchasing the library and the promotion. Probably for
But there's-
purposes where they would want to put it on the WWE network.
Who was it that was interested in actually buying? Was it Corgan?
Billy Corgan is the second party interested. I'm assuming this is the situation. WWE has offered a decent amount of money for this video library. Billy Corgan has probably offered significantly less, but has stated he will keep the promotion alive if he purchases it. Whereas WWE would probably close it down, use the video library for content
Just
for the
get
network.
footage of Sting, and well, Sting's done, right?
Yeah, well,
Sting.
they
and
can get
AJ
footage of
and all that.
Sting, AJ, Samoa Joe. They can really hype up Samoa Joe when he comes to the main roster.
Try
See if that happens.
Try to make it look like he has a personality.
So And apparently Dixie Carter's stepping in and really clogging up the works for this. And their big WrestleMania-style pay-per-view is this Sunday with the debut of Cody Rhodes.
And it may or may not happen.
And it looks like it may not happen because they don't have the funding to do so unless they sell beforehand. And even their grand champion Bobby Lashley has stated in an interview, it's no big deal if Bound for Glory doesn't happen. So your champion is
That's
just
a company guy. That's the guy you want.
That's the guy you want doing your
That's
media.
the guy
Like,
you
so what's
want.
going on for Bound for Glory? Doesn't matter.
No big deal if it doesn't happen.
No big deal if it doesn't
It's
happen.
whatever.
Technically, it is a big deal if it doesn't happen.
I know. There's
Not for him. He goes home with the belt. He
Yeah.
keeps the belt.
Maybe
Does
he
he
was
get to keep the belt?
I
maybe
would imagine.
maybe he was supposed to drop the belt, and that's why he's really happy about the pay-per-view not happening.
Well, I mean, he could turn around and sell the belt online for all the bounce checks he's probably getting.
Oh my
so.
God. So, okay, if you were Dixie Carter and you're a 70% owner of TNA and the company is basically bankrupt, would you sell it? These are speculative amounts. Would you sell it for $1 million to Billy Corgan and he keeps it alive, or $5 million to WWE and they'll kill it and keep the library? What would you do if it was your pride and joy, the thing you've worked on for the last 10 years?
Dixie Carter, realistically, will probably want to sell it to Billy Corgan because she wants to remain relevant and on TV, which I don't know
So
her
that's-
personally, but from the gist or like what I get from her personality is she
And
wanted
especially
to
how
do
much
that.
she's put
She
herself
seems-
right in the
Exactly, put
spotlight.
herself
She
right
seems
in the
very
spotlight.
self-centered and
So-
egotistical. No.
The
I don't
smart thing to do would be go out on a high note, sell your company now before you, because it's just going to turn into WCW.
Is this the high note?
No,
Would
it's
this be
way
the
past-
high
it's
note?
way
Well, no,
past
no,
the
no.
high
It is the
note.
highest note because literally, if they get $5 million, it's the highest note they'll ever receive.
Yeah,
Ah, walking.
banknote
Bam.
wise.
Rim shot.
But no, I believe if she would be smart to sell it to WWE right now because then she can leave with her pride, even though it's already been tainted. like,
Yeah, it's
terribly.
shattered to pieces.
But it's only going to get worse. It's a further slippery slope if she continues with what they're going with.
Yeah, because it's just the product. We've talked about it a couple times over the weeks, and the product is just.
Yeah, you just need to put
not
it out.
great.
Put it out of
And-
its misery.
And
Jude
don't get me
being-
wrong, Billy Corgan is trying his butt off. Like he's doing a great job, and like he's been a wrestling fan like all his life,
Yeah.
and like had like was a huge ECW fan. So I'm sure he's inspired by Paul Heyman.
He
who's one of
wants
the
to
greatest
be-
minds in
yeah.
my opinion. But it's too little, too late at this point. Like there's nobody
Yeah.
I think can turn that around.
Well, he has stated in interviews that if he does buy TNA, this was pre all these rumors. He said if he ever bought TNA, it would immediately go under a rebranding, which is probably the smartest thing they could possibly do. Because the TNA Impact
sell
name.
it. Just sell it. He's got enough money to do it. Come on, just sell it and start your own promotion. There's no reason.
He did. He had Resistance Pro in Chicago, which
Oh,
was his
really?
independent promotion. Absolutely, and it was a well-run independent promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing on the scale of TNA, even though we sit around and make fun of TNA. It is technically the second largest promotion in the country.
Yeah, yeah.
So it is on a larger scale, but why wouldn't he put all the time and effort into building up Resistance
But then
Pro?
if that drops and it's not the second biggest promotion, then there's potential for another promotion too.
Potential, yes.
But
The unfortunate thing is it really the second biggest promotion? Because I mean, in my
I guess
opinion,
Ring of Honor-
Ring of Honor, like
Yeah.
they have switched those spots.
Well,
out.
as far as a reach, TNA still gains larger numbers than Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
As far as a fully functioning wrestling promotion with a school, a DVD library, just a touring schedule, Ring of Honor is much larger. But TNA appears to be larger because of their
And
TV
it's
outreach.
not only that, but it's better quality too.
The production quality is much better. The star power is a little higher.
I wouldn't say the production. You mean the actual televised product?
The actual televised product.
You feel as though I think TNA's pretty decent as far as like how it's.
No, I said
presented.
they were a larger one.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
So we'll see what happens with this. In your ideal situation, what would you like to see happen? If Dixie Carter called you, she's like, Ray, I really need your help with this decision.
She just give me a business card and walk away like she did
Dixie
last
Carter.
Why does she sound like Jamie Noble?
Because everyone's an idiot.
Everybody
Everyone
from-
sounds like that.
Everybody coming from
Everyone
the
sounds like
Alabama, Tennessee area, it all sounds like that.
Please
So-
forgive him. Don't. We don't really think that.
Nobody watches this there. Oh wait, they do. Okay, never mind.
Oodles of wrestling.
Okay, Jude. Since Ray can't stop laughing, what would you
I'm
like to
done.
see happen?
I would like to see her sell to WWE, and I would like to see WWE capitalize on the talents. I don't want to see them do what they did with WCW and kind of
Just
force the
shoehorn
talents to
them in. Just
yeah.
Yeah.
here's all the
No, like
WCW.
EC3
Who would you bring over? Pick 5 people that you would bring over.
EC3, Mike Bennett.
Oh, it's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
It's impossible to pick 5 people.
The Wolves.
Do
And
they count as 2? Do
They count as 2.
Damn.
DJZ.
Big DJZ fan. We were just talking about him yesterday.
I mean, with the cruiserweight division coming in, I think.
Yeah, but they're not.
Absolutely.
Segue into
And
that.
we talked about that too, if they can integrate the X division into the cruiserweight division, but he's really the only one that stands out in that division.
Yeah.
As much as I'm a fan of Andrew
I just want
Abbott
the X
and Trevor
Division
Lee.
match. Just the X Division match. If they can just do that, I'll be happy with it. I
Oh,
don't
the
think-
Ultimate X match?
Yeah.
Where they're hanging
Yeah,
from
the Ultimate X match.
Okay, we got 1 minute. 5 people, who would you bring?
None of them. And I would
All
sell the product and let WWE just put it on the network. That honestly.
Just do a tape library and just call it a
If
day.
I have the potential to start from the beginning, I would start all over because it's done. It's gone. I really do think it's.
Billy
it's-
Corgan, take your money out. Sell it to Japan.
Sell it to Japan. Jeff
If
Clancy.
New Japan,
Jeff Clancy.
Jeff Clancy, Evan Starsmore, my former tag team partner, if they
Would
can do that,
Japan
if
buy
they
it?
can sell to New Japan Pro Wrestling and New Japan can get that time slot here, would be amazing. That would be.
Oh, wrestling
that
would be. It would be over. New Japan would be.
New Japan would take over if they
It would.
if they can get Jim Ross on full time as a commentator.
Japan would take over the United States
Oh no!
entirely.
Wait, wrestling wise.
There'd be Gundam Wing characters flying around. It'd be awesome.
So Jim
I'm all
Ross,
for
Jamie
it.
Noble, and Dixie Carter are the commentary team, is what I'm getting out of this, right?
Perfect. I like it. But we can't tell which one is which, other than Jim Ross.
Japanese wrestlers.
My God!
I think
All
we
right,
need to go to break.
we got to go to break. We'll be right back with more Cards Subject to Change.
Very strong.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just 1 or 2 options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex. Short term, long term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation. Visit Pasco County, Florida.
If you were injured in a car crash, what would you do first? Who would you call?
You claim to be injured, yet you spoke to and saw an attorney before you saw a doctor. Is that true?
Yes.
Lawyers on TV tell you to call them first. You can, but should you? The law has changed, and you may find yourself paying your own medical bills if you don't see a doctor in the first 14 days. If you've been in a car crash, you need MyCrashMD, the interactive doctor visit, where you can consult virtually with a physician after you've been hurt in a car accident.
We can see you today. We'll take great care of you, regardless if you are at fault or not.
My Crash MD is an actual medical visit with a doctor. No waiting in an ER, no wasting time driving around town. Download My Crash MD free from anywhere and then see a doctor on any mobile device. Times are changing. If you don't get medical attention within the first 14 days after your crash, you could lose your insurance benefits. So if you've been in a car crash, help yourself and your accident case with My Crash MD.
Welcome back. You shuffling your papers? You good to go? You ready for this segment?
I am ready.
Because you know what we're talking about? We're talking about the first SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view since the brand split. We're talking about Backlash.
Say it right.
Backrash.
Backrash.
Sounds very racist when you say it like that.
This whole episode's kind of racist. Though.
Okay, so Backlash. Let's jump right into it because we got 12 minutes to go over Backlash. Perfect. Baron Corbin.
3.5.
Baron Corbin defeated Apollo Crews.
No one cares.
With the end of days. No one cares. Okay.
Baron Corbin wins when he shouldn't have. But
now, your favorite match of the night?
Six-pack
The women's
challenge.
six-pack challenge. Who is in this six-pack challenge?
I'm not listing them all.
Say them all.
There's way too many.
Every one of them. Say their
Becky
initials.
Lynch, Natalya, Neidhart, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Carmella, and Nikki Bella.
Awesome.
Who's Nikki Bella? I'm just kidding.
Blonde hair, brown hair, brunette hair.
So this
blonde
was
hair.
for the first.
Pretty much.
This is for the first SmackDown's Women's Championship. Becky Lynch,
won.
my personal favorite, won the match.
Well, I mean, come on. Who else is there to pick in that?
Very well deserving. I like Alexa Bliss too.
No, I like her too.
They're going
Yeah.
a good direction with this because they were originally, it was rumored that they were going to put the title on Nikki Bella because she was the established diva. So
Oh
they
my
did
God.
the swerve and did the, put it. Like
Do you think
said,
she
on,
was all humble about
Lynch.
it, like trying to be John Cena-y? And was like,
like,
oh,
oh,
don't worry about it. I don't need the belt. Like, no.
I liked where they went with this because they had the surprise pinfall. Carmella pinned Nikki Bella with a roll up out of nowhere, which really got a genuine groan out of the crowd because a lot of people in that crowd wanted to see
Was that the
Nikki
one where
Bella.
she was like facing her and still rolled her up and then was it was
No,
like
no,
three
no, no.
count? That
It was
SmackDown.
actually done very well.
Yeah.
It was.
They just all these girls like there was a 3-on-3 tag match. It's just over and over again. We've seen them
It's
work.
a 6-women division, and
They're
they have to
using
work
all their
every week.
women.
Yes.
Yeah, they're using all their women, and it kind of killed the match. I don't
Because it's to the
just-
point I don't think they really trust any of them individually yet, which is unfortunate. Because you have like Becky Lynch is fantastic. Nikki Bella, as much as I don't really enjoy her work,
She's all right.
is the veteran,
yeah.
as well as Natalya. Naomi, Alexa Bliss, and Carmella are kind of coming into their own. Carmella, I'm really starting to like as a heel. I think she's standing out. I mean, what do you think?
I don't think so at all.
You don't think so? Okay.
Some people are just like, she's just grating to me. I don't know why. It just seems like her gimmick's so forced, and she really like forces. I don't know if you agree with that. I don't know why I turned to you. Do you agree with that?
How do you feel?
How do you feel, Jude?
I kind of agree with that. I kind of get the same vibe, whereas it's like she's kind of shuffled in with Enzo and Cass,
Yeah.
and then like it's like, well, this is your gimmick now, and it's like, all right, well, I'll try and make the most of it and figure it out, and it just, like you said, kind of comes across as like
Yeah.
forced.
I
Yeah.
feel like she dropped most of that though. She doesn't do the moonwalking anymore.
No,
doesn't-
she did it. She did it on SmackDown after
Did
that.
she do it?
yeah.
Okay.
So apparently you
And-
haven't been watching her.
I am not on
He's a huge
SmackDown
fan,
duty.
but-
I'm on Raw duty.
But
I
Naomi,
liked her heel work in this match. I feel like she kind of stood out amongst the other girls.
If you watch SmackDown, was it this week? Naomi moonwalks way better than Carmella.
I'll have to check that out. Hold
That's
on
an
one second.
important note. Write that
Naomi
down.
moonwalk. Okay, perfect.
That looks like your handwriting, so I don't know if you really wrote it or not.
All right, let's glaze over this very mediocre mid card. The Usos defeated the Hype Bros.
In shiny sweatpants. Because that's
What the hell were
that's
the
their new gear.
Usos
Well, no,
wearing?
they weren't wearing the sweatpants on the pay-per-view. They actually had decent, like it was all.
No, they
did.
had black leather sweatpants.
Yeah, they were like, was it like half leather or like there was like.
It was in panels.
Yeah.
It was something they bought at a store.
And white Reeboks or black Reebok. I don't know, white Reeboks
What
probably.
what is with store-bought clothing? What is happening over
Well,
there?
here's the thing.
Where store-bought clothing is the thing.
The thing, in my opinion, there's two different things. You got people with the over-the-top, like not over-the-top gear, but like Seth Rollins gear and like a few other guys, select few, have that kind of like superhero-ish feel to it. So they're trying to go with the larger-than-life superhero feel. But then in an interview,
what works better than superhero
in an interview,
sweatpants?
Dean Ambrose made a very good point. He's like, he's defending the fact that he has to wear jeans and a tank top, and he says, if I get into a brawl or a fight at a bar,
What
am
are
I
you gonna
going to
wear in a
strip
fight?
down to my underwear and fight
Yeah,
these
but what
people?
about-
Okay, that works for him.
MMA fighters wear either trunks or they wear like tights. Like I mean,
Yeah.
and those are legit fighters.
It's one of those things where it has to fit the gimmick, and if they're trying to go with like a weird kind of like clubby, like douchebag gimmick for the Usos, which is kind of the vibe I'm getting. Because remember, like when they first came in, they did like a 3 gear transition. It started out as just the plain black Samoan tights. Then they transitioned to like a kind of like suave, like we're not your typical Samoan.
When they started wearing scarves and
and then
We ain't
they
your typical
transitioned to the shorts, the baggy shorts and everything.
Oh, well,
and
those
now
were
they're
so
kind of
ugly.
transitioning.
So
back
we've seen
into
the
like
wild
weird-
evolution of the Usos.
But it's like their whole evolution. They've always had really ugly
Okay.
gear.
Enzo Amore
What about him?
doesn't even wrestle in sweatpants. I think he's the only one who can get away with it.
Those
He
are
actually
like-
he gets custom made sweatpants.
Yeah, and they're actually quite elaborate.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Usos won with a tequila sunrise.
Was it
Interesting new
yeah.
finish for the Usos. Next, The Miz defeated Dolph Ziggler after a pinfall.
What about the Rhino match? Wasn't that before that?
Nope, we're still going. We're going in order.
What about the Rhino Heath Slater match? You sure that wasn't?
That was number 6.
Doesn't matter.
You wrote your notes wrong.
Doesn't-
All
no
right.
way.
The
No
Miz
way.
defeated Dolph Ziggler in a match where we were both wrong, kind of.
About what?
I said he would step it up, or I said he would bring it down to
I
the
said he would
Miz's level.
step it up. He did not step it up.
You said he would step it up to Dolph Ziggler's level, and it was just a mediocre mosh in the middle,
It was a SmackDown match.
and nobody cared.
Yeah.
No
yeah.
reaction from the crowd. I hate being negative, but holy crap.
But then there was
This
the
has been
Mace-
nothing but mediocrity all the way through.
The Mace finish,
Yes.
which seems to be his ongoing thing. It was way off.
So, and then, so that was a whole lot of nothing. And then Bray Wyatt defeated Randy Orton by forfeit because he attacked him in the hallway before the match.
Highlight of it? No, it was awful.
Because he slammed his leg into a door?
Yeah, and then he.
That was a whole lot of
then
nothing?
Doesn't he no sell it later?
Yeah, he's just walking around later.
So that's how you become a cerebral wrestler. You just don't sell people's moves.
No,
Like
just
that.
Randy Orton didn't give a shit. That's
Orton's stupid.
Exactly what it is.
I hate
So
Randy Orton.
instead of Randy Orton, we got the Demon Kane
Versus Bray Wyatt.
versus Bray Wyatt. He defeated Bray Wyatt in a no disqualification match following an RKO from Randy Orton.
It was pretty quick. No, that happened. That was after the match.
Yeah, it was after the.
Because Bray reversed the choke slam on the chair into
Yes.
a Uranagi.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
The
why?
sad thing
I
is
don't know.
The crowd seemed to actually get behind Kane versus Bray Wyatt because they
Yeah.
just beat the crap out of each other.
They
the
really
whole time.
did.
It was like
so-
one of those
it
things
was
where
like,
10 minutes before the match, like, you know what, just go out there and do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Kane,
And that's
you wanna-
literally what they did.
You want to work tonight, Kane?
He's like, I am wearing my
Oh,
slacks,
shit.
but I guess I can change. Tear away slacks, his gears right underneath it.
Oh, it was the Rhino. It was a Rhino
Okay.
Heath Slater promo. I'm thinking of.
Ah, yes. And then we
like
came
that.
back to
The
Heath
match-
Slater and Rhino defeated the Usos to win the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
Mm-hmm.
I really thought the Usos were going to win this with their new heel turn and kind of their brand new gear and everything they had going on. But I'm really glad Heath Slater and Rhino, because their dynamic has been nothing but hilarious to me.
It is funny. Yeah.
Especially, I mean, their promos beforehand.
And then they had the.
Was the promo with Heath Slater having to use the bathroom during a promo, was that on the pay-per-view or was that on SmackDown the
I think that
following
was
week?
the pay-per-view. That's where he's like, "Are you excited to do this?" And Rhino's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm kind of nervous." And he's like,
He's like, "I gotta
"Are
go
you
take a dump."
nervous?" He's like, "No." He's like, "I think I pooped myself." And he like runs
I
away.
gotta go drop the kids off at the pool. I don't have yet, but I'll get it when we win this match.
Hashtag poop kids.
So Heath Slater and Rhino are just,
I got poop kids. That's the next T-shirt.
they've been doing a great job together.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
worried they're
awesome.
gonna cut this short. Honestly, they're probably not
That's
gonna
what
run
they
with
do.
it.
Yeah, they always
Well,
do.
we'll find out in November when Rhino, if he gets elected or not.
That's true, because Rhino is running for public office, and
that's
that may
legit.
really impede his.
I thought that was a work.
Although that would be interesting to see him continue to defend the tag belts while he defends the honor of Michigan.
Why can't he be the U.S. champion and be?
Will he wear the belt when he goes to the?
Oh, I
Oh, I
so.
really
State
hope he
House
does.
meetings.
So his suit always has to match the belt, so there's no.
And Heath always has to be next to him.
He's in his cabinet, of course he is. Right next to the
Secretary of
Cheese
Agriculture.
Whiz. The Secretary of Cheese Whiz.
Oh my God. Okay. And then in your
AJ
main event,
Styles, Dean Ambrose.
AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose. AJ Styles finally winning the WWE World Heavyweight
What
Championship.
do you mean finally? He's been here for like 6 months.
I know, but it's been a long, like,
It's been a long 6 months.
not 6 months, but
It's
been
his whole career.
It's been 15 years.
Yeah, it's
Well,
it's
yeah.
the 15 years leading
He
up to
turned
this
down a
point.
WWE contract in 2002
True.
and to go all around the world, work for Ring of Honor, work for TNA, work for New Japan.
So it's a
and then come back.
15-year odyssey.
Yes, it's a 15-year odyssey.
Well, let's just hope this
Space
doesn't
odyssey.
turn out like the last 15-year odyssey.
Ugh. So, AJ Styles, I'm very excited to have AJ as the champion of SmackDown. It will get me to start watching SmackDown again, even though it's not my responsibility on this show.
Just having AJ.
He's got Raw duty.
I got Raw
Yeah,
duty.
you got Raw duty. I got
You should get that
SmackDown
checked
duty.
out.
Yeah, Smack duty.
Where's the nurse?
I'm a doctor. Cough.
No.
You got Raw duty.
So,
I can feel.
and here's the thing, AJ Styles, it seemed like he really outclassed Dean Ambrose in this match. Pay attention!
Hashtag Raw duty.
No hashtag.
Hashtag Raw duty.
AJ Styles,
Put
new
us online.
champion. I'm very excited to see where this title run goes, and I hope he holds it all the way through WrestleMania.
AJ's incredible. He's
Absolutely.
incredible.
He's very credible.
He's very credible.
He's the face that runs the place.
So overall thoughts on the pay-per-view, guys?
Oh. It was
As the first pay-per-view since the brand split, 2 weeks after the brand split.
it felt like
3
an
weeks
episode of
after
SmackDown.
It was
Yeah.
It felt
was
like a
strong
decent
first-
episode.
It was a strong first time out, but it wasn't pay-per-view quality. It was like an NXT special quality kind of. It didn't have that pay-per-view feel.
The card is
I liked the last NXT special more than I liked this.
The card isn't built up enough yet. There's not enough diversity, so it's kind of like it's the same stuff you've been seeing
Yeah.
over and over again. And here's the build-up. Though I mean, like,
And it seems like they're doing a horrible job where it's like, oh, well, the Miz is going to wrestle Dolph Ziggler, so they do nothing but Miz and Dolph Ziggler interactions and offshoot matchups all the way up until the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And then when you finally get that
The same-
matchup, it's spots
yeah.
you've already seen. And
the same issue with the six-pack challenge. You see the women wrestle each other a million times. It's like, what's going to be different this time?
three-way tag match, six-woman
Yeah.
tag match.
Yep.
So
We gotta go to break.
we got to go to break. We'll be back with more Card Subject to Change.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex. Short term, long term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation, visit Pasco County, Florida.
If you were injured in a car crash, what would you do first? Who would you call?
You claim to be injured, yet you spoke to and saw an attorney before you saw a doctor. Is that true?
Yes.
Lawyers on TV tell you to call them first. You can, but should you? The law has changed, and you may find yourself paying your own medical bills if you don't see a doctor in the first 14 days. If you've been in a car crash, you need MyCrashMD, the interactive doctor visit, where you can consult virtually with a physician after you've been hurt in a car accident.
We can see you today. We'll take great care of you, regardless if you are at fault or not.
MyCrashMD is an actual medical visit with a doctor. No waiting in an ER, no wasting time driving around town. Download MyCrashMD free from anywhere and then see a doctor on any mobile device. Times are changing. If you don't get medical attention within the first 14 days after your crash, you could lose your insurance benefits. So if you've been in a car crash, help yourself and your accident case with MyCrashMD.
Welcome back. All right, so we're back. Backlash, I'm going to grade the paper right here. Backlash got a solid C+, is what I give Backlash.
C out of 10.
I give it a C out of 10.
A C out of 10.
C out of 10 stars.
But you were on Raw duty this week.
I was on Raw duty.
Why would you point at me?
I don't know, because I was waiting for
I
you
was
to
on Raw duty.
I was trying to... Raw duty!
All right, so SmackDown's pay-per-view was a little lackluster. Let's see what Raw had to offer. Spoiler alert, it's also a C+.
Oh.
This is extremely unfortunate. All right. Oh, my pen broke.
You're really grading that paper.
I really am. All right. So our pre-show kickoff match, Nia Jax, cousin of The Rock, you may have heard of him, took on Alicia Fox.
The actor?
Yes, the actor.
Oh.
He's doing a weird thing on something. It's called like Rock the Promo, and I don't know much about it, but I just saw
One of my
something
favorite
about it earlier.
YouTubers is hosting it with him, Joe Santagato. Yeah.
What is that? It's just like a
They're going to be
podcast?
cutting promos and talking crap.
That's all they do?
Yeah, that's really all they do.
It
Then there's
doesn't
no-
matter what they're going to
That's money right there. The Rock never has to do a movie again.
So this is pretty appropriate that we're talking about Nia Jax, and the most interesting thing about Nia Jax is what The Rock has going on right now. Nia Jax defeated Alicia Fox in a match. Next. The pay-per-view opened up, the official pay-per-view, because that was a part of the kickoff show. The New Day defeated the Club with their double-team, over-the-shoulder DDT
No, it's
finisher.
Francesca. Francesca was involved.
That's right, Francesca, the trombone. Is it a trombone?
No, she's a trombone, all right.
All right, the trombone, carried to the ring by Xavier Woods, was used in Dirty Tactics for the New Day to win their matchup, which is kind of an interesting way. This is madness. Well, I don't know what's going on. All right, in a match that turned out to be...
How do you feel about
Okay.
the outcome of that match? Because I'm indifferent.
I'm indifferent. I like the New Day. I'm indifferent. They have nothing interesting going on. They're way overdue to drop the belts.
I want to see the Club win, but I also kind of want to see. I like when people beat records, and that's the only reason why I'm like kind of.
Well, they beat the record.
Well, no, they have a few more days to beat Demolition's record. I think
Oh,
there's like
okay.
60,
So they beat the modern record.
60-some days, like to beat that record.
Oh, so that's 2 more pay-per-views
Yeah.
of New Day. They'll probably do it. That's why they're sticking with it, because honestly, all the writing was on the wall for the Club to win this matchup. It was time, but they still completely
Oh yeah.
bypassed that opportunity, and the New Day retained your tag team titles. Match number 2, the debut of TJ Perkins on the main roster as he defended his Cruiserweight Championship
To an
against
awesome
Brian
entrance.
Kendrick.
To an awesome entrance.
To one of the best entrances
That Ray just saw during a commercial.
that
Yeah.
I just showed Ray during the commercial, and he was very upset.
I'm very jealous. I really am.
TJ Perkins, I know you're watching. He actually probably is.
You think so?
Ray's very jealous.
I'm very jealous of your entrance. That was amazing. Damn it.
TJ Perkins, they try to go for a contrast of styles type thing. I really don't think this was the best showcase of TJ Perkins' skills right out of the gate, because they could have
He's
put him in there.
watching.
I know. It wasn't the best showcase of your skills, TJ Perkins, because I know you're watching, but if they put him in the ring with a Cedric Alexander, or Kota Ibushi,
Yeah.
or Rich Swann, or Lince Dorado, I just feel like every time TJ started going into like third gear, they just
Yeah.
headlock, snapmare, cut him
Well,
right
yeah,
down.
they were trying. I mean, I didn't see the match, but I could assume that they were trying to do the whole.
It was a big
he's
contrast.
wily veteran grounds.
Yes,
the
exactly.
anxious new high flyer.
Like, what did you think, Jude?
I thought it was a good match with like 1 or 2 maybe slip-ups, but you're going to get that in any like
Yeah.
fast-paced cruiserweight match.
Do you like the wheelbarrow double knees to the anus?
I heard about that. A wheelbarrow.
The name of that move is Raw Duty.
You can have that, TJ.
Raw
That's
duty.
yours. Raw duty.
Wheelbarrow atomic drop is an awesome move. That's an awesome idea.
My gripe with the match was honestly the crowd. The crowd crapped all over it. And it may just be because the crowd isn't familiar with TJ yet. They may have not saw the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah.
And,
And I'm assuming most
transitioning into
people
the larger
haven't.
audience. But like the crowd was started chanting like, for
They did a
CM
CM Punk
and-
chant. They did their average,
Yeah, it just
run of
got
the
real
mill.
quiet. And it's like, it makes me feel not uncomfortable, but like kind of like, oh, I hope like Vince McMahon isn't watching and going, well, this is garbage. Next week, cruiserweight division's gone.
And that was the first thing I thought. I'm like, Vince is watching, going, I told you nobody cares about these little guys.
Yeah.
That was a horrible Vince McMahon. But the point being, I hope that's not a representation of, oh, this doesn't translate into the main product.
Maybe there's a good chance that Vince didn't see the match at all and he was doing a little bit of Raw duty himself.
He may have been doing
He
that.
didn't see it.
So I watched this whole match and I'm like, okay, they got this out of the way. They put TJ over on the veteran. This is out of the way. Next pay-per-view, they come back much stronger. Until they do the angle where they set up a rematch between the two of them when TJ Perkins went for the handshake and Brian Kendrick just headbutted him right in the nose.
I honestly I think this is a good first feud because one, like you said, Kendrick is the wily veteran putting over the younger.
But do we want to see this match again?
But I kind of do because
you can't really.
I think it was the first like feeling out and they just maybe pre-show jitters. I'm not saying that TJ would get any sort of jitters because he's traveled the world and done great.
He's done Tokyo Dome and
this is WWE. This is
WWE.
But he's wrestled Tiger Mask and Ultimo Dragon in the Tokyo Dome. That's bigger crowds than this.
But I think the thing is, and like
but it's labeled as a WWE match.
They pointed out really good, interesting tidbits, whether they're true facts or not. Like pointing out that Kendrick would pick up TJ and drive him to training, practice and everything. Like showing that they actually know each other and have a long history will make it an interesting feud, especially with him being the wily veteran. He could be the jealous, like, I've been here before, and if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be in this business kind of thing,
Yeah, I like the dynamic, and I like the
you can't
faster
judge it.
guy, slower guy.
Yeah. But
the
you can't
veterans
judge it
slowing
on
them
the
down.
one match.
But I just hate that was the first outing.
Yeah.
That's my only.
Match-wise, it might not be the best decision, but story-wise, it might be a good decision.
Maybe overall they need that story just to pull the people who may not be big fans of the cruiserweight division in. Maybe the story pulls them in, and then crash and burn action keeps them.
That always makes it entertaining, though. That always makes a good feud is the background between two people. I mean, like you got like Sami Zayn, and what's his face, and Kevin Owens. Like that was you just knew the history behind it, and it just made every hit more, like, oh wow, it just made it more epic.
Yeah.
So I mean, it'd be cool if they're going to build up this history between the two of them and have the feud.
Maybe I spoke too soon. You guys have kind of convinced me a little. Maybe we'll see where this goes in the long run.
You always jump the gun.
I always jump the gun. I already gave it a C+, and I haven't even finished talking about it.
Real quick. This is a good example of something being done right compared to something being done wrong on SmackDown. Like you pointed out with the women's division, they're pushing everyone together.
Yeah.
Whereas here, they're booking a predominant story. While it might not be the best match on the show, they're booking a predominant story focused around the title, but you still get the crash and burn match that like everyone wants to see with the cruiserweights, by booking tag matches or mixed, six-man matches.
And that's something, too, I've been very happy with. They're not cramming everybody in right out of the gate. They're kind of trickling the guys in as they go.
Well, they know that they have something good. At least
I
hope they do.
I'm glad they're taking their time and really doing everything they can to build these guys up.
When's Ho Ho Loon going to get a pay-per-view match? That's what I want to
Shut up.
Match number 3. We're running out of time. Match number 3. Sheamus and Cesaro, the match 7 in the best of 7 series, was stopped.
I heard it was good.
They were beating the crap out of each other.
Okay.
And then it was called a no contest. So officially, we have no winner in the best of 7 series.
So one of the best of 7 is a tie.
So the best of 7 series ended in a tie.
Because that's exactly
what
I want to see is one more Sheamus and Cesaro match.
Well, that was the first thing. I was like, geez, it's not another one. And then they're like, never, we're going to have a rematch. We're going to leave it at this. I'm like, oh, that's worse. So that's thrown out. Chris Jericho defeated Sami Zayn in a good, solid mid-card. They don't have a lot of story going behind it, but they're starting to build that up now. I guess the main story could be which one's a better? Which one's Kevin Owens' best friend? Chris Jericho or Sami Zayn?
Who's the bestest?
Who's the bestest friend?
That's the whole, yes.
So I like these two guys working together, even though Jericho said on his podcast recently that Sami Zayn is the biggest pain in the ass to call a match with in the world.
Really?
Because he said Sami changes everything up until the minute they walk out the curtain.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I keep getting this vibe every time I see a Jericho match that he's walking and talking every time he's in the ring and the other person looks lost. Like ever since he started, like when he first started with AJ, it looked like AJ was like, "What the heck are you doing?" And like Jericho was just like all over the place, like, "Oh, we're gonna do this instead now." So like that's a weird thing for him to say because like I could be completely wrong, but that's the vibe I got by watching Jericho the past couple months.
But there's a difference between calling your spot for spot. like arm drag, hip toss, blah, 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 blah. You call everything. And then you have a wrestler that
You do?
adapts. No, I'm not. I said you call everything.
Oh,
He
okay.
calls
Use
everything.
guys.
Use guys.
No, but I'm saying like, and then you have a wrestler that adapts while he's in the ring.
Yeah.
And I think Jericho adapts. Like I think he probably calls a little bit, but he probably also adapts while he's in the ring. Like, oh, you just hit your head really hard. Let's go with that. You know, like let's sell that a bit, or I'll work your arm now because you just hit your arm. Whereas Sami Zayn seems very, very spot-y. And I love Sami Zayn. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like he just seems like
He's part of they're two different generations. While
Yeah.
he may be inspired, Jericho comes from a generation where you could call things on the fly.
Yeah.
Whereas Zayn is more like what could we do different? Like what could I do? I was
Yeah.
thinking this, but let's do this instead.
Yeah.
All right, we have 3 more matches to finish up. The women's title, Charlotte, Bayley, and Sasha Banks in a 3-way. I really thought Bayley was going to get the win here, but they went with another predictable move with Charlotte just retaining the title.
Nah.
Supposedly they're setting up a big babyface run for Dana Brooke, which we'll see how that goes. She's not very likable. We'll see how we can
Why
do
would
the
they
transition.
do that when they already
How
have
could
two
you-
strong
They have
baby
Bayley.
faces?
Like,
How could
They
you
have
say
her
that
and
about
Sasha
someone?
on Raw. Like
well, Sasha has that, black mark on her record of she keeps getting hurt every time they give her a push, which I can understand. But Bayley's money. Like there's money
Oh, without
sitting
a
on the
doubt,
table
yeah.
in merchandise and everything.
Stuffed animals?
Like
You can sell a teddy bear and just throw a ponytail on it, and boom. It's like,
yeah.
that's money.
for $99.99, you can get your own inflatable waving arm 2-man.
do they really sell it
No,
now?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I bet
If they
it's
just
like
had one that like
some
sits on your
stuff
coffee table, just
Oh my God!
Triple H, I know you're watching.
It worked last week.
It worked.
With Matt Hardy.
Do they sell those?
No, but they need to. I need a mini inflatable flailing
We should
two-man
get
about
like
this
a
tall.
bunch. We should get a bunch of them and just put them over here, like right along here.
That could be our rating system. We'll have 5 of them, and whatever we rate something, we'll turn on that many of
Should be
them.
so loud.
It'll just be like
I'm
3 of them.
making,
Just
I'm making this. I'm making this.
Perfect.
Oh my God, it's awesome.
Look forward to that next week. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. Oh, all right. And one of my favorite matches on the card, surprisingly, because if you watch the show, you know I'm not the biggest Roman Reigns fan, but Roman Reigns versus Rusev was actually a really good matchup.
Really?
I thought so.
I didn't see it.
This is when I tuned out to watch Scream Queens.
So June had to watch Scream Queens because his girlfriend came over.
Can we say that on air?
His female friend. His
Now you're
something.
making it sound worse. Like let's just leave it at that. Let's talk about the match.
Tell us about her.
Oh yeah, let's do this. Let's not talk
All right.
about the.
Tell us all about her. We need to.
You
get
know
a break.
what? We're going to go to break because
Yes.
we're running out of time. We'll be right back with more about Jude's girlfriend.
Now I can tell you about it.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just 1 or 2 options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex. Short term, long term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation, visit Pasco County, Florida.
If you were injured in a car crash, what would you do first? Who would you call?
You claimed to be injured, yet you spoke to and saw an attorney before you saw a doctor. Is that true?
Yes.
Lawyers on TV tell you to call them first. You can, but should you? The law has changed, and you may find yourself paying your own medical bills if you don't see a doctor in the first 14 days. If you've been in a car crash, you need MyCrashMD, the interactive doctor visit, where you can consult virtually with a physician after you've been hurt in a car accident.
We can see you today. We'll take great care of you, regardless if you are at fault or not.
MyCrashMD is an actual medical visit with a doctor. No waiting in an ER, no wasting time driving around town. Download MyCrashMD free from anywhere and then see a doctor on any mobile device. Times are changing. If you don't get medical attention within the first 14 days after your crash, you could lose your insurance benefits. So if you've been in a car crash, help yourself and your accident case with MyCrashMD.
We're back.
We're back. Oh, I
got it in
gonna
first.
do it. During the break, we were talking about Michael Hayes' smell. And I really want to get into this.
And I'd say I would say I feel bad, but I don't.
I said I assume that Michael
Because
Hayes...
he's an old Southern racist.
Yeah, because Michael Hayes... I assume Michael Hayes has a smell about him.
I smell like Jack Daniels and racism.
What do you think Michael Hayes smells like?
Patchouli and sadness.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. What do you think he smells like?
I smell like discount clothes at the Goodwill.
Thrifty smart.
A little bit of mildew, a little bit of Dollar General in there, probably.
Okay, so Clash of Champions, Roman Reigns defeated Rusev in a match I really liked. Nobody else watched, so take it as fact that it was a really good match. And then in your main event, Kevin Owens defeated Seth Rollins with a pop-up powerbomb after interference from Chris Jericho. They did a little ref bumpy spot, and then Jericho helped his friend retain the Universal title. In an excellent matchup.
So he's still the champion of the universe.
Yep, and you know what? I'm changing the C+. I'm going B. This is a B pay-per-view.
A B minus?
Nope, just a regular B. It's not plus nor minus. It's just a B.
You're the worst teacher ever.
I know. I change my mind all the time. I can be swayed.
You're rating that on a curve.
So, if we're doing it on a curve, then this was an A. But, okay, so those are the first two pay-per-views of the brand extension era. They did okay.
They're all right.
They felt like extended episodes of the TV shows they are based off of. Hopefully they kind of step it up. What I do have is I do have the card for the next two pay-per-views, so we can kind of talk about and see what the future of WWE pay-per-views are.
It's like Christmas.
I know, right? So we have No Mercy, which is next Sunday. That's the SmackDown brand pay-per-view.
Oh, they're doing it on Sunday.
They are doing it on Sunday. Technically, I think they always try and do it on a Sunday as long as nothing else is going on, you know?
No mercy?
It's No Mercy.
Have mercy.
So
Have mercy.
Have mercy. Wait, when is it?
It's No Mercy.
No, when is it? No,
October
when is
9th, next Sunday.
So October 9th, the best video game ever made.
Yes, will be
Be on
turned back
TV.
into a pay-per-view. All right, so
Rich Swann is lobbying for a spot on that pay-per-view.
just so he can be in the game.
He's just sitting there with his Jungle Green Nintendo 64 controller.
That's going to be a vignette. He's going to be playing No Mercy in the.
And then wish
in
he was
the
on No
back.
Mercy.
They're like, even though this isn't the game that we're trying to sell, go right ahead.
Yeah, nor is it the brand I'm on. Son of a bitch.
I know, that's still WWF.
All right. Well, no, he's on Raw. This is a SmackDown-based pay-per-view. Put your paper down, Ray. Okay, so because we didn't get it last time, this time around we are going to get it. Randy Orton takes on Bray Wyatt in the match that everybody wants to see.
Did you see that stuff on SmackDown? With the him turning...
Wrong way.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was like, what are you talking about? I'm talking about where he turned that stupid ornate arrow in the wrong,
He
direction.
got from Hobby Lobby,
It
right?
was so dumb.
I have no idea what's going on. I didn't watch
worry.
SmackDown.
That's because you're on Raw duty.
I'm on Raw duty.
You're
I'm not
on
on
Raw
Smack duty. All right, so we get Orton versus Wyatt. Maybe they get to do the match they planned out. Are you okay?
Yeah, a moth just flew over my head.
That wasn't a moth.
There are
that
no
was
moths in the
buzzards,
Wii
and you
Beam
better
TV.
follow them because
I'm going to push you out of that chair.
There are absolutely zero moths in the Wii Beam TV studio. I can guarantee you that. It's a nice and cleanly environment. Career versus title. Dolph Ziggler takes on The Miz. What is going on here? Explain to me what the hell's going on.
I don't know. I mean, the promo was good between Dolph and.
So if Dolph doesn't win the title, he's gonna retire.
Yeah, basically,
and he'll just end up on Raw.
They did this thing in the ring where he's like, "My parents are here. Let's celebrate," because they were in both of their hometowns.
Celebrate his parents?
No, not his parents. He would never celebrate his parents.
Okay.
But he was celebrating. he was celebrating that he was the IC champ. It was like he wanted a Miz appreciation party or something like that. Because it was stupid.
They were. Let me give the synopsis. They were in Cleveland, and they're both from Cleveland.
Yeah.
So Miz was trying to do a hero's welcome for himself, saying, "I bring championships to the city."
Okay, so the Miz did this first, and then followed by Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Okay, that makes a lot more sense than what Ray said.
Even though
because you weren't following.
You
weren't following.
I was not
You
following.
were not following correctly.
Those buzzards were not being followed.
Those are moths. But
Follow the moths.
Yeah, he did that deal, and he was upset about.
And Mark Mandrake played
the Cleveland.
his dad.
He was upset about the Cleveland Cavaliers getting a better reception than him. It was this big stupid thing.
Sounds awful.
Yes, and then Dolph came out, and Dolph's parents happened to be there too.
Oh.
Yeah, and then they cut a promo, and basically.
Let me ask you this.
It resorted to that.
Does anybody care?
Dolph's brother wasn't there though. That was a little bit mysterious.
I care about Dolph Ziggler.
Okay.
I care about Dolph Ziggler.
So will Dolph Ziggler be getting the title this next Sunday?
I hope so.
Okay.
Otherwise, he's not going to wrestle anymore. According to wrestling.
He's going back to NXT. Maybe he'll be the TNA champion after WWE buys TNA.
He's going to Lucha Underground to be Chavo's caddy.
Oh Lord.
Perfect.
Imagine if they went back to that. That'd be great.
In a rematch of the last pay-per-view,
another rematch?
Heath Slater and Rhino take on the Usos. Why? Next. For the SmackDown Women's title, Becky Lynch takes on Alexa Bliss. We'll see what the girls can do kind of in a single situation.
I'm kind of interested to see that. I don't know if they went for that by making you so angry that they wrestled each other 2 billion times.
They frustrate you on purpose just to make you happy
later. You're really
later.
upset. Now we're going to throw that singles match.
You know what? I put X's next to all the other matches. I'm going to put a check mark next to this one.
That is the most lopsided check mark I've ever seen.
It's more like a V. And then for the SmackDown World Championship, there's that Moth.
I told you.
Get out of here, Moth. Somebody left the door open. AJ Styles takes on.
Oh no, that's a fly.
All right,
that's a big fly.
We're running out of time. Pay attention. I've lost control of the show. Nobody's paying attention, so I'm going to talk directly to the camera.
Bad jokes are awesome. This is my bad jokes are awesome chant. Or taunt.
The No Mercy main event will be a triple threat match for the WWE SmackDown World Title as AJ Styles defends against John Cena and Dean Ambrose and inside of Dean Ambrose.
That's a stipulation.
So basically, it's the main event of the last pay-per-view in a rematch again with just John Cena
inside a human being.
Inserted
inside
into the main
a human
event.
being.
So we'll see what happens.
It's a stupid three-way. AJ's gonna win.
Let's certainly hope so.
That's my prediction. That's for the card subject to change championship.
Seal of approval?
That's my card subject to change championship prediction.
And as the Raw representative of the show, I'm currently on Raw duty.
Say it right. Yeah, you got to say it right.
On October 30th, Halloween weekend, Hell in a Cell will be returning to the WWE Network as Raw's pay-per-view. And we have some matches that they've been setting up on.
Was that gone?
We have, yes, it was gone.
I didn't know that was gone.
Okay, perfect. So I have some matches that they've been setting up storyline-wise, but haven't officially announced yet.
Yeah.
So in a rematch from the last pay-per-view, we'll have Kevin Owens take on Seth Rollins. Rematch, great.
Yeah.
For the United States Championship in a rematch from the last pay-per-view, it looks like Roman Reigns will be taking on Rusev. Okay. In a Raw Tag Team title match, The New Day is going to defend against the newly formed team based on mutual respect of Sheamus and Cesaro.
I will be so angry if they put the belts on them, but they didn't put them on the club.
Oh, God, is that what they're doing?
I would be so angry.
Oh, kill me. Okay, in the Raw Women's title match, Charlotte, it looks like she's going to be taking on Sasha, which will be just another outing of Charlotte retaining the title. And then for the Cruiserweight Championship, it looks like TJ Perkins will be defending the title again against Brian Kendrick. So, with the exception of one match, this is going to be a complete retreading of the last pay-per-view.
That is the biggest fly I've ever seen.
I want to know where the Golden Truth fits into all of this.
Where has Golden Truth been?
Oh my God! My GM?
There are so many people missing. Like, where's Golden Truth? Where's Breezango? Where did they end up? Are they on Raw? No, they're on SmackDown.
It's Breezango.
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 Where's Curtis Axel?
Where's the cool lucha thing?
Where's the cool lucha guy?
Where's Kurt Hawkins? No, I'm just kidding.
Kurt Hawkins.
No, actually, that's a
I
good
want
point.
Kurt Hawkins to come back.
That's a good point because they're like next week. This
Yeah.
is something that's been bothering me. They're like,
Is it next week? Every
and
week?
They did a promo with
Kurt
him, and he
Hawkins
never did anything
it's
on
Kurt
the show.
Hawkins makes an announcement or whatever. Awful.
So are they
Chuck
just going to
Norris
keep
ripoff?
next week, next week,
I
next
almost
week?
feel like he's not under contract. They're like, could you just shoot like 6 promos for us? And
Whereas they wanted to bring in Shelton Benjamin right out of the gate, but he didn't pass his
Yeah.
test.
The lower third popped up.
Hi, I'm Mark.
what makes you so special?
So that's what we have going on for the October pay-per-views. Almost completely a retread of everything we had happen in September. So maybe they're trying again and do it better. Maybe that's what we're going to get out of this. They're like, you know what, guys? We tried it, didn't work out. We got card subject change. Gave us C+ on both pay-per-views. Let's try it again.
Raw gets Hell in a Cell. SmackDown. Oh man.
You think they're gathered in a meeting of, what did Card Subject to Change say about our paper?
Triple H is like, I watched it, and you know what?
We still have to sign Matt Hardy.
We still have to sign Matt Hardy and then do the same pay-per-view
And
again.
the waving inflatable on 2 men.
Yes.
I don't know.
So this has been Card Subject Change. This is our overview of the September pay-per-views. My name is Mark.
My name's Ray.
And who are you?
I don't even know. Who cares?
Perfect. So be sure to follow us on social media and stick around for today at 6:30. Nerd Talk will be live in the studio.
Live in the
You
studio.
like those little name bar things, don't you?
Wasn't this
I love
live?
lower
Is this not
thirds.
live?
This is live.
Am I not here right now?
We're going to take a half-hour break to turn all the cameras around, and we'll be right back with Nerd Talk, and we'll see you next week on Card Subject to Change.
The Fly will be here.